Free birthing during COVID-19. Let's get into it. What's up, Divine Mommies? Welcome to my channel. I am Crystal Divine Queen, and this is my Indigenous lifestyle. I help Black women and mothers to create the birth experience that they truly desire, and I also support them with their afterbirth adventures with postpartum as well. And I do this by providing doula support and tangible resources by using this YouTube channel along with ebooks, blogs, and packages from my website, myindigenousLifestyle.com. I also provide affirmations and tips on my Instagram page, and you can check that out. It's My Indigenous Lifestyle. But enough about me. Today I want to share with you about free birthing. Moms are considering free birthing along with home birthing and just having their birth experience anywhere far from the hospital with the state that things are in right now at hospitals. If you are unaware, hospitals, not all of them, but some of them are saying that they're limiting the amount of people that a mother can have with her during her labor to one. And if you're having a C-section, they're not letting anyone, not even the father, go back there with them. Again, some hospitals, not all. So for the people who live somewhere where the hospitals in their community are doing these restrictions, I just want to say that I feel your pain, and I wanted to create a video for you letting you know about the free birthing style and just giving you more insight on how it works in case you are considering it, or maybe you feel like you don't have any options because there's no access to a midwife in your area who does home births, or a doula who would be willing to assist you during your birth. Whatever the case may be, you will leave from this video more informed about free birthing. All right, let's get into it. Me personally, I have heard about free birthing. I first heard about it when I was pregnant with my third son, and I was doing a whole lot of research about just birth experiences. So I stumbled across some information about women outside of our country who do free birth. They have birth at home with their partner, no medical provider or maybe doula even present. And I was just curious to know more about it. So I've done some research, and when I Googled free birthing, the very first thing that popped up was the Free Birthing Society. You guys, there is a whole society, okay? A whole community that's already created, dedicated just for free birthing mother. And I just think this is absolutely great. I just want to read what is like their mission statement, okay? A global community and education platform dedicated to providing radical content for mothers and birth keepers on the power of instinctive pregnancy, physiological birth, and wild mothering. I love that. I just thought that was like very well put. So this society offers radical birth keeper schools. They have a private community access, free birthing society podcast, one-on-one coaching, online guides and courses, and of course stories and testimonies. I'm going to put their website in my description box below. If you are interested in learning more about the society, definitely check it out. Now let's get back into free birthing. This is also known as unassisted childbirth, unhindered birth, DIY birth, and unassisted home birth. But it is very important that you know that free birthing is different than home birth, even though they both normally take place in the home. Home births will take place with a registered medical professional there to deliver the baby. Free birthing has no medical professional there, and you, the mom or the father, the partner that is there, you guys are the ones who will deliver the baby. And that goes even if a doula is present. A doula is not to deliver a baby because that is considered something medical. But you yourself, the mom or the dad or whoever you choose, can deliver your baby for you essentially. So an unassisted birth usually involves a non-medical person there with the mother. And that's not always a doula. That can be the partner, that could be a friend or a family member. but they have no professional or medical training. Approximately 0.25 births in America are unassisted. That's not a very high number, so obviously that's not something that's very popular in America, and that is probably because it does come with some risk. Numerous medical societies and midwife associations, they all strongly caution against an unassisted childbirth. They are not for free birthing at all. This is because 20% of previously normal birth experiences or pregnancies turn into complications and high-risk situations during labor. Now, there are 4 types of free birthing or unassisted childbirth. You have unassisted with family and friends, couples birth, solo birth, and then free birth. Okay, so let me break that down. Unassisted with family and friends is basically a situation where you are at home, you're surrounded by friends and or family, and they are taking on various roles. Someone might be taking care of the children, someone might be keeping the towels warm. Everybody has something that they do to contribute to your birth experience. So it's a big community type of birth experience, but again, it does not involve a medical professional, but it may involve a doula. Couples birth is intimate and private, and it's more of a bonding thing when 2 people choose to close everyone out and they are the only ones in the room going through this. It is something to strengthen their marriage or their relationship, and it's just something that they hold sacred because they created the child together. So those are reasons why people would choose to have a couple's birth. A solo birth is when the woman locks herself in the room by herself, and not even the father is in there to go through the birth experience with her. She's going through this based solely and purely on instincts and her intuition, and she wishes for this to be something that is highly private. Last one, free birth, is just without any medical provider. So that could be just a doula, just a partner and a friend, but it's different from unassisted with family and friends because it's not a group of people. Another important thing that you need to know about free birthing is that free birthing can or cannot include prenatal care that is assisted by a medical professional or not. So you can have assisted prenatal care and you can have unassisted prenatal care. Again, the whole ideal behind free birthing is intuitive and instinctive birth experiences. So that includes the prenatal care, just monitoring things yourself, your weight, your diet, nutrition, exercise. You can test your urine yourself, you can measure your uterus yourself, and you can even invest in a Doppler to check and monitor your baby's heartbeat. So it is not completely unlikely or impossible to be in charge and manage your own prenatal care. But whatever you do, you want to take prenatal care very seriously, especially if you're planning on free birthing, because at that point it is your responsibility to maintain the health of your body and remain low risk. If you're deciding to free birth, then obviously a hospital is probably out of the question for you. So you want to avoid any type of complications that could occur. And labor is work. So making sure that you're eating right these 9-10 months that you're going to be pregnant, and that you're exercising regularly is very vital. So free birthing obviously stems from natural birth and women wanting to experience natural births. Hospitals have obviously played a major role in taking away from a natural birth experience. Well, free birthing has kind of been like the snowball effect of women just trying to get back to the basic ways of giving birth. Laura K. Shanley, she is a popular pioneer in the free birth movement. She has birthed all 5 of her children unassisted. 4 of them have survived. Her 4th baby, however, did die, but that baby was born premature and died just hours after her birth due to a heart defect, pneumonia, and sepsis. So if you're really interested in it, she's a good person to look into. She's experienced it multiple times, the good and the bad, and she's still recommending it, and I think that says a lot. Women who believe in free birth, their belief is that birth is a normal function of the female body, and therefore it is not a medical emergency, and that you do not need to go to the hospital when you are having birth. They also tend to believe that most interventions commonly used in hospital environments by medical professionals cause more harm than they actually do any good. That mothers are just better off following the natural flow of birth. Some women who free birth also believe birth is intimate and sexual and even a potentially orgasmic experience. And they also believe that privacy is very essential in order to enable this erotic dimension. Now, obviously, free birthing is very, very controversial. Like I said earlier, numerous societies and medical professionals caution against it. They say that it is dangerous and that statistics show all the risks that are associated with free birthing. But it is argued that conditions of poverty and nutritional ignorance cause maternal mortality. And women that free birth today do so with an abundance amount of information and self-care and are better equipped to give birth than a woman who is going to give birth in a hospital environment. So which is better? Which is worse? I don't know. That depends on you and what you want for your birth experience. Again, I made this video just to give you insight on free birthing, so it's not just some radical idea that is in your mind that just goes against everything that you were taught to believe is the normal way of giving birth. It just shines light on a different perspective of birthing experience, especially with everything that's going on today with COVID-19. I will say that after I finally had my first natural birth experience, when it was done, I definitely felt like I could do this again on my own. And though I am not planning on having any more children, if it does happen, I would definitely do a home birth. I'm not so sure how I feel about free birthing, but my home birth would definitely require a lot of independence. I probably wouldn't utilize a doula, being that I am one. You know, I may have a midwife there just in case anything medical goes wrong, but then again, it's up in the air. You never know how many years I may have under my belt, how many birth experiences I have seen or witnessed or played a role in, and if I'm already certified to be a midwife, because that is a future goal of mine to become a CPN. But I don't think anything is wrong with free birth. I just think that if that's what you choose to do, you need to make sure that you really take on that responsibility and you take it on seriously and you really educate yourselves and you prepare your bodies for birth. As far as the risk and the statistics go, I mean, both sides have good points, but I ultimately believe that there's risk with either one. If you're a black woman especially, honey, there's a lot of risk if you go in that hospital to give birth. And of course, there are risks if you are free birthing. I mean, you are doing it the natural, instinctive way. And years and years and years and years and years ago, before any of these titles were created, when it was just wise women, you know, partaking and assisting women to give birth, these things happen. Sometimes babies don't make it, and sometimes it can be prevented with medical care, but there's no way to know about that before it happens, you know? So it's like there's a risk either way, and you just have to ultimately choose which risk are you able to sleep with at night. Alright, so I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into my video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and genuinely, humbly thank you if you made it all the way to the end of the video, because I'm really working hard on getting better at delivering this information to you guys. When you comment, if there's any videos that you would like for me to record, any questions that you have on free birthing, definitely feel free to drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to check out the link in my bio for the Free Birthing Society community, because that is a very good community if you are interested in free birthing to get involved in. Okay, all right guys, I'm out. See you next time. Peace.